The US Military AllStars is a touring baseball team, and they start their Northwest tour in Centralia tomorrow. This is Kevin Huffer with today's KELA Evergreen Journal, part 1 of 2. I spoke to Tank Stone. Tank is Development Officer for the US Military AllStars, and I started by asking him about the history.
This is our 25th annual Red, White, and Blue tour. It's our first time in the Washington area. I'm very proud that the American Legion, Mr. Don Hayes, has invited us up here. We play collegiate teams, we play AAA teams, and for this publicity tour, we're actually playing a lot of the American Legion teams as we travel around the state.
Tank, let's talk a little bit about the makeup of the US Military All-Stars. You, of course, you're an ex-Navy guy. So tell us a bit about how this all came about, the US Military All-Stars.
Well, back in 1990, George Herbert Walker Bush was at the Naval Museum. And if you go to our website, usmilitaryallstars.com, it's one of the first videos that you'll see on the home page. You'll actually see video of what we're about to speak. He suggested to a previous commander that baseball wasn't the same as it is back in World War II. It seemed to be a little bit more involved with military and baseball, just like in the movies. Jimmy Stewart was in the Air Force, Elvis was in the Army. But as far as baseball, I guess Joe DiMaggio and some of the other guys like that brought it to the surface, and he had commented that he would like to see something like that happen again. This being our 25th anniversary, that tells you that it did start that year. The first year it was all Navy, and then it turned to all branches. We're the only team like this in the world. We actually have every branch of service here in your state as we travel around to play. It's really good. You should see all these men from different branches working together.
You must have a philosophy, Tank, about what you aim to do, or is it just about having fun?
Of course, you can take my point of view or the guys that like to play baseball. But if you look on the website, one of our first themes is it's more than just baseball. When we come to your community, we talk with your families of fallen heroes, your wounded warriors, your significant veterans that might, like a World War II veteran that is still alive. But we honor all who have worn a uniform in defense of our country. We have a pregame ceremony, and we usually get the American Legion to assist us with the ceremonial squad. Our men are all dressed in camouflage uniforms, and we're from all over the world. We have 3 countries representing our team this year, and about 15, 16 different military bases around the world. So as we visit your community, we also stop into some of your services that might be taking place, like a nursing home, let's say. Maybe you have a facility that bags food for the poor. We do different types of community events as well as baseball. Your mayor, your fire department, your state police, they're putting together an exhibition softball game. I think you have about 26 players at this point. And we're going to do an exhibition game on the first night. On the second night, on the 13th, our traditional baseball, we play against your AAA World Series champs. So that would be the best of the best in the world of baseball with American Legion.
So you're going to be in Washington State for a little while, actually, Tank. I'm glad you're enjoying Centralia, Chehalis, but you're going to end up going to Yakima and to Bremerton as well. That's over the next few weeks, correct?
Yes, we arrived on D-Day. It's a pretty significant day.
Yeah,
our men
absolutely.
wear uniforms that do not really reference their name or their number. It references military events. My uniform, for instance, is number 6, and it does say D-Day. Our coach that was on the USS Bush, and since number 41, George Herbert Walker Bush, actually did this, that's what his represents. All the other gentlemen may be stationed on a ship or an air station. One of the guys is at a space wing, so he would represent that. So, yeah, we start on D-Day, and I think we're leaving on the 25th, so we're in your area for about 3 weeks.
Got a great exhibition game coming up this Saturday. It's free for us to come along, right? So tell us a bit about that once again, where it is, when everything gets underway.
Well, in Centralia, you have a wonderful complex. I know there's a lot of history on some of the fields, and then they built things around that through the years. We're getting ready to do a ceremonial squad practice, because remember, these guys that are on the team from all over the world have never met each other. They've never played together, nor do most of them know how we do the ceremony. And then the exhibition game takes place right here at your complex on the softball field. And the following day, it's a baseball game on one of those older fields that you have in the same complex.
Tank, how good are you guys?
Yeah, I should put the coach on for that one. But look, there's something that we've said over the years. This is our 25th anniversary. At times we could have over 100 players because their commands might only let them go for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time. And normally we're on the road for anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, and we travel around the country. I would say 70% of the time would be a winning number, but I don't think it's about winning. I really think it's more than just baseball. It's about bringing honor to all who have served.
And on that note, thank you for your service, Tank, and thank you for talking to us today.
All right. Thank you very much for having us. Look forward to been enjoying your state, your weather. Unbelievably great while we've been here. The steady breeze, the guys love it.
That's Tank Stone with the US Military All-Stars, and you can see those games today and tomorrow. Both of them start at 3:30 in the afternoon. With the KELA Evergreen Journal, I'm Kevin Huffer.